This is my SOL for number 8, which is on content management, which is about gaining foundational knowledge of the organization and using digital textual information to receive an introduction to information architecture, web content, and social networking. So first off, I decided to do my organization as Risen Savior's Catholic Community, which is based on their Faith Formation program. This is a faith formation program for their youth. I decided to do this because I have been very involved with the youth at Risen Savior for about 5 years. For a little bit over a year, I have been a volunteer catechist where I teach home classes. Before the pandemic hit, we used to do home classes in one of the students' homes with about 5 or 6 kids, and we would do bi-weekly chapters, and this would run both semesters. The second semester was normally a little bit more group activities that they would meet at the church. But this year with the pandemic, we decided to make it completely online and have it be more self-paced for the students as to lessen the stress on the parents. I realized very soon that this was going to encounter a number of problems when we decided to do self-paced Flipgrid, one of them being the level of interaction. None of this is technically graded, and even on a volunteer basis, most of the kids decide not to do it. Even if, their parents are pushing them a little bit, and even if they do it, they don't give the kind of answers that we normally get from them from in-person classes. And I realized right away we had to come up with a practical solution to help them so that they were still leaving the class with the experience that they're supposed to have through faith formation, which is more about learning about life and how to live as a Catholic and how to live and learn about who you are through your faith. My primary, secondary, tertiary, and gatekeeper audiences included my stakeholder and my professor. Then it came to be the volunteer catechists, and then eventually parents and families of these students. Although they're not really seeing my recommendation report, I mostly focused on my stakeholder and those I teach with as well. These really impacted how I made my presentation. I wanted it to be very minimalistic, very interactive and user-friendly. A lot of the volunteer teachers are a little bit older, not to discount that at all, but this way they wouldn't have any trouble really getting through the presentation and reading it and understanding what I was trying to say. I felt that using Prezi was a very good software to use. I did struggle with a couple other ones first, and then I realized Prezi was the way to go. Very user-friendly, very pretty. You can do tons of things with it and really change it. I did a blank presentation to make it really more centered to the audiences that I was going to present this to. I did face a little bit of challenges on making it, multimodality, but I made sure to include graphics, different types of fonts, colors, texts, boldedness or italicized text as well to highlight the important pieces. I really enjoyed using Prezi. I feel like it's very great for getting someone interested in your presentation. Sometimes PowerPoints can be a little bit boring. Prezi allows you to kind of interact with it a little bit more, and it moves around, and a lot of people like movement. So that's why I really like Prezi. It really impacted the way that I decided to make it look as well. Some of the presentations are a little too busy, and I wanted people to focus on what I was trying to portray in my report and what solution that I came up with as well. Sorry, I lost my space. Definitely learned some professional skills acquired with Project 3. It allowed me to interact more with an organization and talk more professionally with someone, while being, kind, respectful. It really taught me how to approach people to get them to do a survey for you and to really be involved in the project as well.